meet again. It is another car vlog wherein this is the moment when I have some time to talk about the books that I'm reading. In this vlog, I am only reading books that will be 5 stars. Thank you to John for finally setting up my tripod area. 3 of the books are in my 5-star predictions, and 1 came on my radar really recently. So let's go through the 4 books that I'm going to read this vlog. The first one is The Girl Who Chased the Moon. I drew this one for my March TBR, and it kind of inspired the whole thing. The second book is The Society of Irregular Witches. The third book is What We Can Know. This one is one of my top 10 priority reads, and I thought I'd vlog the experience. And the fourth one, a bit of a surprise, and this one is Hamnet. I was lent this one from a friend. We've got 4 books in this vlog, and I'm gonna hit them as short and sweet as I can. Let's start with The Girl Who Chased the Moon, as I just started this book, and it is already delightful. From what I can tell, it is about a girl who has to go back home. I guess her mother has passed away, possibly, not sure. And she has to go live with her grandfather, who's a bit estranged. He seems to be a gentle giant. The thing about Sarah Addison Allen books is that they are a bit of magical realism, but also cozy. She sets them in southern towns, so they have the southern charm, and everybody has their own little quirks in the town. We have a second character, I think is Julia, who makes cakes that seem to have a little bit of magic imbued in them, but Julia has told herself that she's only going to be transient. She's moved back to the town to settle her father's estate, but she's gonna be there for only 2 years and then she's gone. And it sounds like these 2 characters, Emily and Julia, are going to kind of connect and uncover some of the town's secrets. It just has ooey gooey warm feelings, and I'm so happy that I pulled this one for March because I just needed some lighter reads. I just need a warm hug of a book, and I think that's what this one is. The halfway. I adore the writing. I adore it. Sarah Addison writes in such a way that she reveals mysteries as we go. She reveals just a little bit, enough to lead you on to the next little bit. Absolutely lovely. And I'm so happy I'm reading this book. No more notes. We'll just go to the end. I finished. Easiest 5 stars. Ooey gooey, all the good feelings. This is like Gilmore Girls in that small town feel. Everybody's got secrets. You're being slowly revealed them. And she does such a good job, the author does such a good job of tying everything together and keep you hanging until the last moment. I loved all the characters and the little bits of magic that were thrown in. And the very last chapter, just gut punch, so good. Sarah Addison Allen is now one of my top authors to look out for, and she's got a new book coming out that I'm definitely going to be checking out. This one was lent to me, and I put it off for a month, so I do need to read it. I know this is going to be a sad one. Hamnet is the story around Shakespeare's family. Not much is known, not much is mentioned. There isn't a lot of history, and so Maggie, the author, took a lot of liberties in imagining what his family life was like, what his family back home was like when he was in London. The prose is very dreamlike. It's otherworldly. It's a little hard to follow. I find she's a lot more like Mary Charette in her writing. This gives me the same feelings that Illuminations gave me. You just sort of have this tunnel vision when you're reading, and the world sort of drifts away around you. It's that kind of writing. It's great. I'm not sure I'm really following what's happening, but that's okay because it seems to jump a lot of timelines. Hamnet, it starts with, and his sister Judith. And then we have their mother that we're focusing on, Agnes, I think is how they're pronouncing her name. And she is sort of I guess people would call her like a green witch. She's a bit of an outcast. Do you know what I mean? Green witches are looked upon more favorably now than they were in the past. All in all, quite enjoying the start of Hamnet. I will update you.
I was going to film an update for the middle of Hamnet, and I just kept reading. And basically, in an afternoon, I read the entire last half. This is just the right book for me. Like, it's the one that's like right up my alley, exactly what I love reading. I adored the way that this was written and formatted. There is something very magical and dreamy about the prose that sort of rolls along and just takes you with it. This is definitely not a prose for everyone, and in seeing a lot of others' reviews about how they just couldn't continue in it, I get it. It's a vibes kind of a book. It's very much a character study on the woman that we know as Anne Hathaway, but in research, the author found that she probably pronounced her name as Agnes. There is this odd sensation of us mainly watching the world through her eyes and a little bit on the periphery, but not so much. We do get a point of view from Hamnet. We get a little bit in his head, but we don't really get a lot of him. And I think I would have preferred to have just a little bit more of his thoughts and dreams and spaces. Mainly, this is a book about her, how she influenced the writings of William Shakespeare. The thing that I loved out of it was we all know the storyline. Like, we know what this book was written for. This was the author railing against historians saying that William Shakespeare felt nothing at all when his son died. What Maggie does instead is she builds it like, no, there are different ways to express grief. The mother expresses grief differently than the father expresses grief. The thing that the father expresses is through his writing. He uses it as a conduit, it's cathartic for him. The mother is at first angry, understandably. She feels like she's having to go through this alone, and really, she doesn't. She's got the world around her. There is something so wholly human about being inside her head and her world. I really enjoyed this one. You can already tell that we are off to a swinging start. This is another 5 stars for me. I don't know what we're going to be reading next, but let's find out.